true false not given. We have done it in the last class. Now in this class we're going to talk about fill in the gaps. Generally in your IELTS reading part, especially nowadays, you will get 10 to 15 fill in the gaps. Generally you will get in around 12 13 fill in the gaps. Means, see, in terms of question, out of 40 you will get 12 to 13, means more than 1/4, right? And if you think about your score, if you can have a very good skill about the fill in the gaps, then you can actually get a very good score if you have a good skill in fill in the gaps. How that can happen? First, say if you want to get 30, means you want to get 7 in reading module. First, say if you can get correct 12 13, then you can actually nearly get covered 40% of your total score. If you want to get 7 and you can get 12 13 in fill in the gaps, means you nearly covered 40% just by one question types. So that's how important fill in the gaps is for your IELTS reading part. Let's go and try to solve it. First of all, to do the fill in the gaps, we will try to cover two things. The aim. The first aim is how can you save more time? I mean, time is very important for your reading part. It's very important. There is another video you can look into it, how you can save time. But for this specific question, we will try how can you save more time and get more accuracy. Okay, let's try that. First of all, whenever you will get the fill in the gaps, the first thing you should do, locate as many as possible. What I want to mean that generally, first question number 1, you get the fill in the gaps. Don't go just read the question number 1 and try to find the answer of it. Don't do that. What you should do, if you have 1 2 for say 6 or 7 question, read all the questions and try to locate, try to find the words that will help you to locate, and then do the location. So first thing first, locate as many as possible. Let's go and try to help you with that. How can you do that in a very spontaneous way? So this is a question I have taken from Cambridge 19, the latest book of IELTS. So the first job, see the information they have given you, or instructions they have given you, is very important. One word only. If you write 2 words, you will marked as the wrong. So 1 word only. You cannot write more than 1 word. That's very important. And then you need to just copy the word from the question, from the passage. You cannot just write the word by yourself. First, say if the question say classes, if the passage say classes, you cannot just write class. Or if the passage say class, you cannot write classes. You just need to copy the word from the passage. Okay, so first thing, locate. To do the location, per se, this is your exam. Just think about it. This is your exam and you want to solve it. So what will you do? Don't just go, okay, just read question number 8 and try to find it here and solve it. It will not going to help you to get more accuracy or save your time. So what you should do? But just look into all the questions and what kind of words or numbers that will going to help you to locate. So identify the words or numbers. So first thing first, what? Identify the words or the numbers that will going to help you to locate. I really want you to pause the video and try to locate the words or try to mark the word that will going to, or the numbers that will going to help you to locate from the passage very easily. Like for me, if I look into it, the first thing come into my mind is 14,000, and then kilo, and then 11,700, 8,000. So these are the things actually grab my attention, especially for these question types. What I'm gonna do now, even you should do in your exam time, you try to find out these words or numbers. That's your first job. So let's go and try to find out it. Don't just read all the sentences. First, say you want to find here, right? So don't just read all the sentences. Try to scan where you can find it. Like 14,000, right? It should grab your attention very easily. The number should grab your attention very easily. And then 14,000. So you get the 14,000 right here. So 14,000 is nearly covered. You got it. Nice one. Very good. And then you can, if you look into a little bit, there is a kilo word. Okay. There is a kilo word. We can't see anything here. So you move forward. Then even 11,700. See 11,700. Then you move forward. You can't see anything here. Any other word that you have marked in the question, you can't see anything. So move forward, move forward, move forward. And then finally here you can get 8,000, right? Then you can get 8,000. So see, now your first job is done. Why it is important? See, per se, if you want to do just question number 8, then what you would do? Maybe you wanted to, okay, where I need to study, then you try to maybe read all the sentences. This will not going to help you to get the score in a earliest time possible. It will going to help you maybe to increase your reading skill. So here we are not talking about the reading skill. You can read all the passages, every sentences, try to understand all the meaning, but when you are trying to solve the passage, or when you are trying to test yourself, when you are trying to practice, then you should try in the way where you can save the time and get the accuracy. How it will going to help you? See, now you know, okay, I got the 14,000 here, right? So question number 8 is before the 14,000, means in this area, before the 14,000, in this area you will get the question number 8. It's very obvious. And then 11,700 means, see, 11,700 is here, means question number 9 will be here. There is no problem with that to find it out. It's not even a rocket science. It's a very simple equation, right? 11,700 is it, means question number 9 will be here. So most probably you will not most probably you will not need to read from this portion. See, this how this is going to help you. See, so you don't need to read from this portion to this portion. But if you don't locate in the way I have showed you, then if you just try to do, okay, question number 8, then question number 9, then you might need to read everything. You don't want to do that, because that will just take away you a lot of time, and you don't have the time in your reading exam, right? Time is very important. So here number 9 is here. Okay, so you now know where the number 9 is. You know, okay, all right. And after that, where did you locate? You locate 8,000, right? So as you locate 8,000 means number 12 and 13. Number 12 and 13 will be after this, right? Number 12 and 13 will be after this. You are kind of sure will be after this. 12 and 13. So now you locate 12 and 13. Okay, 12 and 13 will be after this. You know, you need a roadmap before you start solving this. And you have your 9. How many questions now you have left? So you have locate 8, you have locate 9, you have locate 12, 13. Now you have left 10 and 11. So now you know where you will get the number 9 answer. I'm telling you again, where you will get the number 9 answer. After that, right, number 9 answer. First, the number 9 answer finished here, or maybe here. Means from this position to this position. If you read this position, you will get 10 and 11. See? So you don't need to find out the keyword from every question. This is not important. If you just can find out 2-3 questions, all other questions you can really locate, or you can create your roadmap in that manner. See, here number 12 and number 13 we didn't locate, right? But we know where the answer is. We didn't locate number 10, number 11, but we know where the answer is. So that's how you do the roadmap. This roadmap is very important. So don't just start and try to solve one question, then go another, then go another. Don't do that. That's your first job. Your first job is done. Locate as many as possible. It's very important. Okay. Then inside locator skill, we're going to teach you a little bit later. It will going to help you in a very good way. After that, this question, let's work with this. Find out what they want you to find out. It's very important. Generally, what a student do, they read the question. First, say here, they read the question and go back to passage. What they do, they read the question, they go back to the passage, maybe they get a shadow. They get a shadow of the question. So they come back to the question again. They read the question, they go to the passage. So in that manner, they read the question 2 or 3 times. They read the same portion of passage. They read the same portion of passage 2 to 3 times. So that's how you are really taking more time. You don't even recognize, because you are reading the same thing more than 2 times, 3 times. So don't do that. Read the question properly. Read the question properly so that you don't need to come back to the question and find out what they want you to find out. Because if you don't find out what they want you to find out, you will find out something wrong. I'm telling you again, if you don't know what they want you to find out exactly, and you go and try to find out, you will find out something wrong. Very important. So try to understand, find out what they want you to find out. So let's go and do that. Read the question and try to find out what they want you to find out. The first question, excavations. First, say if you don't know the meaning of excavations, maybe you don't know. It can happen. Sometimes you will not know the meaning of some words. Even in your exam time, it can happen. So you need to have a skill where if you don't know the meanings of some words, still you can find out the answer. It's very important skill. There will be another class about that. It's very important. If you start learning 10k words from now on, still you will get some words in the time of exam, you will not know the meaning of it. So what will you do then? Right? You cannot go to the dictionary and try to find out that word, right? You cannot tell the teacher, okay teacher, I don't know the meaning of this word, let me check my dictionary. You'll not be able to do that. So you need to have that kind of capability. Even if you don't know the meaning of some word, you are capable enough to find out the answer. So we'll try to do that. Let's go. Here, the first question, look at it. Excavations, if you don't know the meaning of it, don't worry, forget about it. Of rocks, shelters. So you know the shelters inside shelter. Per se, someone, maybe a cat come to my home. I give him some place to live, or give that cat some place to live. So I give that cat a shelter, right? So that is shelter. Of rock shelters inside dash near the village of 𝐶𝐂𝐳𝐿. near the village of 𝗟𝐻𝐻. So they're asking you near the village of 𝗟𝐻𝐻, right? Near the village of 𝗟𝐻𝐻 there is shelters. So you are looking for something that means shelter. You are looking for something that means shelter, which is near to the village. So you're looking for something that is shelter. Okay, so you know where to read. If you start reading from here, see, just inland from village, inland from village, inland means very near to the village of 𝗟𝐻𝐻 of 𝗺𝗎's northern coast. Shimpton and his colleagues, okay, Shimpton and his colleagues found two caves. They found what? They found two caves containing prehistoric rock shelters. So containing, if you don't know the meaning of prehistoric, prehistoric means before the history, so you do not need to know the meaning of all the words. So containing two shelters. So what contain two shelters? What contain shelters? Caves. What contain shelters? Caves, right? Caves. And that said, it's inland from the village. Inland from the village means near to the village. Inland from the village means near to the village. So what is the shelter here? Shelter is the caves. So to find out this question, they are asking us what is the shelter, right? So what they are using as a shelter? What they are using as a shelter? Shelters inside what? Means where people take the, where they take the shelters. Inside of what? Inside of what? Inside of what they are taking the shelters? Inside of caves. How many caves? Yeah, there is two caves. We cannot write two caves because we can just write only one word. If it is two words, you can write inside two caves. But here we just need to write caves. Don't write cave. They have written here caves, so write caves, CAVES. Your answer will be caves. So you have done with your number 8. Now you know, see, you just read not even a full sentence and you got your answer, right? And now you don't need to read from here to here. Think about it. You are skipping it. If you start reading these, it might take you 5 minutes, maybe 3-4 minutes. You don't need this. By next 3-4 minutes, you maybe will be able to solve all other questions, because 11,700, right? Because 14,000, yeah, we find it out to get the location of the number 8 or to get the location of number 9. So now number 9 will be here because 11,700 is here. Okay, location. All right. And then they're saying, see, now look at it. It's very important. It's going to play a very good role here. Now they're saying access made out of dash. All right. So now the time for your inside locator. The inside locator skill. Inside locator skill. See here, now you know your answer will be in this area. Now you can find out some words that they might not change. For say access, they cannot write another word for the access. Access is access, right? So you might want to find out the, okay, where they have write about the access. Here is the access. See, here they are talking about the access. So how inside locator will going to help you means when you find out the access, you don't need to read the first sentence. It helped you to find the location. But if you use the inside location, it will going to help you skip more. So it's all about how much you can skip, because if you want to read everything, you don't have the time. Generally in total 3 pages, see, generally in total 3 pages, you will get in around 2,500 words. 2,500 words. Try it at home. If you want to read 2,500 words, how much time it will going to take? Maybe it will going to take your whole 1 hour or more than that sometimes. You don't want to read everything. You don't have that time. The inside locator will going to help you to skip more. Okay. So inside locator, access. We know that if we start reading from there, we might going to find the answer very easily. So let's go and try to find out what they want us to find out. Access made out of dash. So they want us to find out with what access made out. With what they made the access. Per se, you have a pillow, right? Pillow. So maybe your pillow made out of cotton, right? Your pillow made out of cotton. So they are asking you what they made the access, and they have given you another thing, another information to look into, dating from around 11,700 years ago. They're asking you before this time, not after. Maybe after this time, access made out of something else. That is not our finding portion. So I am telling you again, it's very important to understand what they want you to find out. It's very important. See, they're asking you what access made out of, but they're also giving you the information before this time. So after this time, what the access are made out of, this is not our concentration or attention point. Our attention point is before this time, what the access made out of. So let's go and try to find it. According to the researchers, it is no coincidence that around this time, so around this time, it referred this time, right? Around this time. See, around this time means they are referring this time, because before that there is no other time mentioned, only one time mentioned, 11,700. So they are talking about around this time. So they are talking about this time. Around this time, first access crafted from stone. The access crafted from stone rather than seashells. So instead of making from seashells, they are making excess from stone. Means excess made out from stone. And okay, now it's time for your number 10 and number 11. So you know that now we're going to try to help ourselves with some inside locator things. See, number 10, dash of animals. Dash of animals. Evidence of what ancient islander ate. So see, you need to understand there is a colon out there. There is a colon. See, so dash of an animal. Evidence of what ancient islander ate. So you are looking for what ancient islander ate. Eat their food. What ancient islander eat. So they used to eat something of animal, right? Something of, for say you are eating the leg piece of the chicken, right? Maybe you all like it, right? Leg piece of the chicken. So maybe you like it. So leg piece of the chicken, right? So the ancient islander, they used to eat something of the animal. Means you are looking for a body parts of animal. Telling you again, it's very important. Before you find out, you need to understand what are you looking for. What they want you to find out. So you're looking for here the body parts of the animal, right? So when you eat chicken, you just don't eat the one thing of the chicken. You are eating a lot of things of the chicken. You eat the leg piece, you eat the breast piece, right? You eat a lot of things. So you're looking for the body parts. Ultimately, you eat the body parts of the chicken, right? So here they are eating something of the animals, means the body parts of the animal. So here you are looking for the body parts of an animal that they eat. Body parts of the animal that they eat. All right. See, if you start reading here, you might find here, you might not, but we know that it will be from here, right? Likely response of the heavy duty used for clearing modification. There is no information about. It's all about the excess. See, it's all about the excess. We are looking for something after the excess. So judging by the bones which researchers unearthed in the 𝐾𝐲 caves, people living there mainly hunted. They used to hunt a possum like creature. So creature means animal, isn't it? Creature mean animal. Living there mainly hunted, right? Still lives on Abi. They are still living there. So if you read this paragraph, there are only one word that represent the body part. Will you please just pause the video and write it in the comment box, like what is it? In this paragraph, there is only one word that represent the body part. That is bones. See, bones, right? Bones of the animals. So they live from there. Means they eat that. Creature means animals. You are looking for a body part of the animals, you got it. So bones. Bones of an animal. Bones of an animal. All right. Next one. Let's go and try to find that out. Number 11. Number 11, you see there is a word. See, inside locator. Obsidian. Obsidian. Can you try and find that word? See, here is that word. Means number 11 question. See, number 11 questions you are going to find after that. Now, number 11 question you are going to find after that. Because there is the information out there. So they need to talk about it. They will going to talk about this. After that, they will going to give you the answer of the 11. This sentence, obsidian, this ends here. So you don't need to read this. You don't need to read this. Okay. Now you know you're going to find the number 11 answer if you read from just here to here. That will be easier for you. All right. So dash which resembled ones found on other islands. Resembled, right? Resembled means look alike. Resembled means look alike. And then which resembled ones found on other island. So here they're saying it is also revealed particular types of beads. Particular types of beads similar to, resembled, similar to those previously found on the islands. Found on the, see, found on the other islands. Found on the islands. They're giving you all the information. But if you just waste your time and start reading from here to here, you will become confused. Because you are reading a lot of information that's you really don't need to read. When you read a lot of things you don't know to read, then you will become confused. So don't confuse yourself, save your time and find out the answer in the right way and also with the accuracy. So see, reveal the particular types of beads. So the answer will be the beads which is similar to the previously found in the island. The resembled ones found on the island. What? The answer will be the beads. Okay. Finally, you have 2, 12 and 13, right? 12 and 13. Now inside locator will going to play a very good role. Inside locator. I'm telling you again, like inside locator. It's very important. And skip unnecessary portion. I'm going to talk about that. And skip unnecessary portion. Right? Just read the portion you need to read. You don't need to read everything. Skip unnecessary portion. You don't need to read what you don't need to read. Simple. So see here, they're talking about before the 12. See, before the 12, they're talking about hunting of the fishing. Here you are looking for where they are talking about the fishing. So you want to read after that. You don't want to read before that. Inside locator. Right? Inside locator, see why we do this inside locator. It's very important. See here they're talking about the fishing. This is the fishing, right? If you don't use your inside locator skill, what will going to happen? You will read this whole paragraph and you don't need to really read this whole paragraph. You don't need to read it. because you know that they're talking about the fishing here, and after that you will going to find the answer. So it is very clear now for you. Number 12 and number 13 will not be here, rather it will going to be here. So inside locator will going to help you to specify, to make it even shorter, to skip you more portion, to save you time to get more correct answer. Okay, so now you know where to locate. And then head dash as well as, head dash as well as means and items made out of metal. So something that made out of metal. Let's go and find out. So you're looking for something that made out of metal, right? As well as items. So some items are made out of metal. So you're looking for something that is made out of metal, something they created from metal, something they made from metal. Okay, let's go and try to read it. Whether the reason of the departure, there is no evidence for use of callow shelters after this time until about 1000 years ago, when they are reoccupied by people who owned pottery as well as items, as well as items made out of gold and silver. So we know that gold and silvers are metal, right? Gold and silvers are metals. So they're metals. Pottery, pottery as well as items made out of, read it, metals. So pottery as well as items made out of metals. So answer will be the pottery. Don't try to change anything, just copy the word from the question. So now you know your 13 number answer. If you just read 1 or 2 sentences, you're going to find it. So let's read what they want you to find out. Probably took part in the production and sale of dash. Production and sale of. They're looking for something that they are producing, and they are also selling that. They're looking for a product here, right? They're looking for a product here. Be very clear what you are looking for. You're looking for a product here, because actually what do you do the production? A product. What do you sell? Ultimately you sell a product, no? Or a service sometimes, but as they're talking about the production, it will be a product. So let's go and try to look for a product. It seems like in the view of this location that this final phase of the occupation also saw the callow shelters used by people involved in the historic trade in spices. Spices means the things that you use in your when you cook. Between the name, islanders and the rest of the word. So if you read from here to here, there is only one word that represents the product. Only one word, that is spices. There is no other word that represents the product. Only one word, that is spices. So your answer will be spices. See, you actually didn't need a lot of time, because now I want to really show you how many sentences did you really read to solve it. So first, to solve the number 8 answer, you read just 1 sentences, right? Not even full sentences. You didn't read it, right? Still you found it. And then for number 9, you skip this, right? You skip this. And then you start reading from here by using inside locator. And when you start finish reading here, we didn't even read this, right? We didn't even finish the sentences, right? And we found out the number 9 answer. What about the 10? You found out the number 10 answer, right? We read from here to here, right? We read from here to here, and we found out the answer, didn't we? We found out the answer. And then for answering number 11, we skip this portion, right? We skip this portion. We didn't read it because we found the word obsidian. That help us to not to read until this. Then I start reading from this portion, and we didn't even read, like in south and Ulasa. We didn't read that. Before even finishing the sentence, we found out the answer. And see, for solving the 12 and 13, we skip the whole paragraph, right? We didn't read it. We start reading from here to here. So here we read like 2 to 3 sentences. Ultimately, to solve 1, 2, 3, let me change the color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So solve 6 questions. You didn't even read like 6 sentences, and you can get all correct. So whenever or the next time you will try to do any kind of fill in the gaps, try to use this strategy. The first thing, don't just go for like, okay, first read the number 8 question, then read the number 9 question. Don't do that. Look at how many questions are there. If 8 to maybe 13, just look all of them and try to find out the words that will going to help you to look at. You don't need to look at like all the questions. Just look at 2 or 3. That will do the work. And then read the questions. Read the question and try to find out what they want to find out. All right. And after that, use the locator, inside locator. Inside locator is very important. You have seen that. Inside locator help you to skip not the long portion. Inside locator can help you to skip 2 sentences, 1 sentence, sometimes a small paragraphs. That will going to help you. Because if you don't skip, it will going to take you a lot of time. For say here, just look at it. If you didn't use inside locator, maybe you would read this whole paragraph, right? To read this whole paragraph, it would gonna take you like 2 to 3 minutes. Problem. So use inside locator and just read the portion of what you need to read and skip unnecessary portion. If you do this way, I'm sure you can save your time and you can get the accuracy as more as you need. All right. Hopefully it will gonna help you. Till the next one. Goodbye.